welcome to Yogea Birthing Tips, Relinquish Control. I gave birth 4 months ago, and I learned a lot of things at that very moment, and I wish I had read them somewhere before. It would have really helped me. So I'd love to share these beautiful yoga techniques, visualization practices, some breathing practices, and some labor positions and tips with you so that you can have a beautiful, smooth ride through this ecstatic journey, which is the delivery. No fear. It's totally natural, and even if you have to have an emergency section at some point, it doesn't matter, and you went through 20 hours of labor, you could have still appreciated those 20 hours of labor, which were your rite of passage. So whatever happened, it all went beautifully for you, and it was the safest for you and your baby way. But these tips will really help you connect to your body and sail gracefully through this rite of passage. So we'll start with a technique which is standing. Most of us birth in hospitals. Well, at least I did. And I was hooked to all these monitors that were measuring my heart rate and blood pressure and whatnot. So I couldn't move a lot, but I could stand up. If you can stand up, this is one technique that you can really do when your contractions start. So whether your water broke and now you're slowly dilating, regardless of how much you dilated, you can still use this technique to ease the pain from the contractions. So imagine that the contraction is building and you feel it like a wave cresting through your body. So you're going to inhale on the ride of the contraction up the wave. Inhale. Crisscross your hands at the center of your chest, and as you exhale, you're going to bring your fingertips together, bend your knees, open your vagina, and flutter your lips. Inhale, cross. It's going to start building, and you feel the peak is coming. It's really painful here, but you're releasing in this moment. You're not contracting, fluttering your lips to open the cervix. Inhale. Building up, and flutter. Inhale. And inhale. And flutter. Come back to the center. The next technique that really helped me was to sway my hips from right to left, circumscribing a figure 8, relaxing the arms, closing the eyes, and again inhaling and exhaling with a all the way to the other side, contracting and rising up, and inhaling. And open up to the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Everything is relaxed. Sometimes a contraction takes longer to build. Wait for it as you sway your hips. Inhale, make sure you get to the bottom of the inhale. Draw it from the ground, reach to the top just before the exhale is going to come. Exhale, relinquish control. Everything flows. And one more time. And exhale. And inhale. So that's another way to really ease the contractions. And I also found that holding on to the wall really helped me. So I'm going to walk over to this wall. You're going to press your hands into the wall, right? Make sure your hands are in one line. You're going to inhale and gently look up as the contraction builds. Go with it. And as you exhale, open your mouth. Inhale, contraction builds. Exhale, push the wall away. Hollow your belly out. Inhale. Push. Inhale. Exhale, push. You really have to push the wall. This takes away from your pain. Inhale. Exhale, push. And come back. We're going to walk onto the mat just in case you are plugged into so many monitors that you can't move. You're going to be reclining on the bed. That's okay. It's perfectly fine. No need to panic. You can still practice here. So you'll probably be reclining. If you can, most beds have a little slope. You can find that ledge and you can be propped this way. If you really can't and you have an epidural and you're lying all the way down, that's fine too. You're just going to focus on the breath. So imagine that the ocean is washing through your uterus and it's moving, and your whole abdominal cavity is rippling like a wave. So you're going back and forth. You're allowing the current to take you. As you inhale and the contraction starts to build, you see this cresting of the wave as it ascends all the way up, as it crests. And as you exhale, sound the mantra, the seed vibration of the first chakra, the first energy center in the body, which is LUM, LUM, L-A-M. The LUM anchors the energy down. It opens up the cervix. It speeds up the dilation process, and it takes away from the pain when you anchor the sound syllable through your uterus, through the cervix, into the floor, feeling and imagining that you are actually floating on top of the ocean and your pelvis is rippling like a wave. So let's do it together. We're going to inhale for 4 and exhale for 5, trying together. So there we are. The knees are bent. Make sure your legs are not stretched because you won't have leverage to really feel the push. Keep your knees bent on the bed. Plant the feet into the bed. Bring your hands into your pelvis. Here we go. We inhale. We feel the contraction moving as a ripple through our uterus. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath. 4, 5. Coming to the peak. Exhale with your hands. LUM. Push the hands into your thighs. Let the M resound in your thighs. And inhale, it starts to build. Move your hands to your solar plexus. Gently contract your pelvis. And now as the contraction comes, don't contract. Do the opposite. Expand in the contraction. There we are with the LUM. LUM.
hands into the thighs, inhale. Hold your breath on the peak of the contraction. Don't exhale, and a little bit after, go to the bottom of the M. Send the energy into the water, and it's washing again. It's just water moving through your pelvic floor. You're unattaching from the pain. You're shifting the mind and switching it through your body so that it focuses only on that ripple. Exhale. Open everything up. As you inhale, just repeat the affirmation. I release and let go. I relinquish control. I allow and flow. I release and let go. I relinquish control. I allow and flow. I release and let go. I relinquish control. I allow and flow. Once you have that, and you're coming to the real birthing stage of the delivery, a very important thing that I experience, you're not pushing through the vagina or the bladder. You're actually pushing for a bowel movement. And by pushing through the anus, you are dilating the cervix all the way up so that the baby can drop down into the birth canal and start to crown. So let's just mimic this with our bodies. So we're going to lift the head, hold our thighs. You can flex your feet and lift your feet. Hold. You're going to push away with your heels. Inhale, lift your head. As you exhale, push through the rectum. As if you're going to the bathroom, the same feeling. Nothing happens in front. It's all moving through the back and propelling the forward thrust. Inhale. Exhale, push. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 4. Once you have exhaled, hold for another 2. Push a little bit more and release. So you'll have time to rest between contractions. They don't come one after the other. There's like a pause of 1 or even 2 minutes. And as they accelerate, they can be closed, but you'll always have a little break. So let's just do one more round. Here it comes. You feel it building up. Inhale. Lift your head when you feel the wave is cresting. Flex your heels. Push through your rectum. Engage your anus. And release. Great. There will come a moment when you'll feel the baby's head is crowning. This is towards the end of the delivery. So at that very moment, go back to the mantra LUM. If you feel uncomfortable because there are many doctors and nurses around you, you can resound it in your mind. So it doesn't have to be audible, but say it. It really helps. So there we go. The crowning is coming. And you feel there's like 1 more minute and you're going to hold your baby in your hands. So lift up, inhale, and exhale. Hold, push, 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 push after you have exhaled, and release. Bring your knees into your chest just to rest now. Rock, if you have tried these practices with me. Always keep in mind that after that you will be reclining and the placenta needs to be taken out. So there's still a practice to be done. Your baby will be on your chest. If for some reason you have an emergency C-section and something went wrong, your blood pressure went up, or the baby's heart rate dipped, it doesn't matter. You still had your labor. So you had your experience, your birthing experience. Honor that, and whatever happened, it was for the best of you and the baby. And there was nothing to worry about. But if you're here now and you birthed vaginally and naturally, you're going to have some time to be cleaned from within. So the doctor will take the placenta out, the umbilical cord will be cut, and it's a moment to just connect with yourself instead of dissipating the energy outwards. Just come back, seal the energy in front of your heart, place your left arm over the right. Take a moment to have gratitude for everything that has happened to you while the baby's being weighed and taken care of by the nurses. Just one moment for yourself. And then open the eyes, open the arms. And I'm just going to lift myself up. So these are the different techniques that I experience really help me, but all births are different. And I feel the most important thing is to relinquish control. Once you relinquish control, you understand that all the pain is in the brain, and you open up to a different sensation in the body. It's like an ecstatic journey. You feel the pain, but it's a delightful pain. And you know that your baby is coming, so you have the incentive to go through all that. And whatever happens, it's really divine. So honor it and love it, and I hope you have a beautiful experience. It always is, no matter what.